Hey, what's going on, guys? Back here in the backyard. I'm Cam. This is Cody. Today we're going to cook surf and turf. So shrimp and steak and asparagus and potatoes.
I love shrimp.
I love shrimp too, so it should be delicious. Make sure and hit that subscribe button. Give me the thumbs up if you liked it, and turn on the notifications if you want to get notified when I post another video. So for the potatoes, I'm just using these petite medleys. I like these little baby ones because I just cut them in half or cut them in thirds and they're good to go. To me, they're just a little bit easier to work with than a bigger potato. Today we're going to be cooking using cast iron. Gonna put some extra virgin olive oil in here. That's probably about 1/3 of a cup, I'm not sure. I just want to get enough in there to cover the bottom, make sure my potatoes don't stick. Just gonna cook these and toss them right into the pan. Alright, for the seasoning, I'm not going to add that until the end, but I am going to put a lid on, help it cook. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, yeah. Smells good. Pretty hard yet, so we'll let those go for a little while longer. They've been cooking for probably about 5 minutes now. They probably need about 10 more minutes. So check those again in a little while. Fire looking. Probably add some. Once those potatoes get a little bit closer to done, I'm going to add this asparagus. Get this stuff prepped. I mean, you could throw them in as is, but this end down here gets a little crunchy, so you just break that off. These are getting pretty close to done. Gonna add our asparagus. Let that cook for a while. So that's pretty much done. Gonna put our seasoning on here and take it off the heat. Stir that around a little bit. Get the seasoning on there coated nice. I'm gonna take this off and set it aside. Asparagus probably isn't quite done yet, but it'll carry over, cook a little bit. So we'll set this aside. All right, for the steak, it's just a strip loin steak. I'm gonna put this on and put some seasoning on it once it's on there. Alright, time to flip it. Ooh, that smells good. Put some seasoning on this side. Alright, let's see what kind of temp we got here. So I'm not too particular. I like mine medium rare, but the wife wants hers a little more well done. We're at 124. So we'll let this go. I like to see it at least above 145. And once it's over 145, it's usually pretty good. I think one of the key to steak, no matter how thick your steak is just make sure you're flipping it enough. You know, if you don't flip it enough, you might burn it on one side. So, you know, I've heard people say, oh, you can only flip it once. Well, that's not necessarily true, and it depends on what kind of fire you have or what kind of heat source you have coming. You might have a really hot heat source. Well, if you only flip it one time, you might end up with a really rare piece of meat. If you only flip it once and you don't want it to burn. So yeah, you can flip it as many times as you want. You know, there's no rule that says you can't do that, so just make sure it doesn't burn. Alright, let's see what we got for temp in here. Oh yeah, we're over 145. Alright, for the shrimp. So to prep these, I'm just gonna butterfly these. They're already deveined, heads chopped off. So I'm just gonna cut almost all the way through so they can lay flat. I'm gonna do that for all these. I'm just going to put them hard shell down first, and then I'll put some oil on them and some seasoning, and then flip them over. So just put them hard shell down first, put some oil on them. You could do butter if you wanted, but we don't do the butter thing. So this is extra virgin olive oil. Whatever kind of oil you have would work. Do shrimp seasoning, which is 1 tablespoon paprika, a 1/4 teaspoon cayenne pepper, which is optional depending on how spicy you want it. 1 teaspoon garlic powder, 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon oregano, 1 teaspoon basil, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Get the seasoning on there. Don't go too crazy with the seasoning. Okay, and flip over. And don't worry if you burn the shell part, you don't need that anyways. So just need a couple minutes and it should be good. I know I said a couple minutes, but these have only been on here about a minute. I think they're good. Got pretty hot fire going right now. That's probably good. That one get a little charred. That's alright. Like this first. See if we can get a few more on there this time. Brush them in oil. Add our seasoning. And flip. Oh, those smell good. Done. Yes. Got the steak, the shrimp, potatoes, asparagus. Potatoes are good. You definitely tell those, taste those herbs that I put on there. Steak. So good. Shrimp, the butterflied shrimp. So these, you just scrape the meat out. So you got a big piece. Oh, that's good. So asparagus. Tastes like asparagus. Well, I gotta finish this. I don't mean to be rude, but I gotta finish this. So anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.